Hello and welcome back to another plan with me after a very long time. And we're gonna start off freshly with the new year, new bullet journal. Yay! If you haven't seen my flip through from 2021, you can check it out in the description down below. And right now I'm just doing my starter page of the notebook. Basically, I always put my name at the beginning, and then later I will also put my address and my number and whatever in case it gets lost, so that people can contact me. Okay, and here we go with the first page for 2022. It's kind of weird to say that, to be honest. I decided to do it Star Trek themed, not for the whole year, but just for the yearly setup. And as you can see, this is technically the key page, but I don't really use a key anymore because the things I use I already know in my head, and for me it kind of doesn't make sense to make a key. So normally you could do your key here, but I just decided to use it as my front page for 2022. I have sketched out the logo of the Starfleet, and I'm currently just painting it in, basically, which was a lot of work. And the pages are quite thick, so I blacked out the whole page in the end. It would have been better if I would have just had black paper in the first place. I did think at some point of maybe getting a black notebook for the bullet journal, but I decided against it. And here I'm just going in with a white gel pen to kind of correct the stars, and then I also went in with a golden marker, basically, to kind of give more of a golden look for the yellow parts. And here would normally be the index, as you can see, because I blacked out the page. There's a little bit of bleed through, but that doesn't matter because I don't use the index anyways. And here is the future log, which of course I also use. And I've just basically been inspired by the layout or the colors that are usually on the screens and the computers that they have. So it is quite colorful. The colors don't have a special meaning in this sense. It's just make it look good. Kind of cohesive. So I've done this header for the future log part, and then I'm doing the headers for the month, and then underneath I will do the columns for the days. It was actually really fun to just paint it all in, even though one of the markers basically died halfway through, so that kind of sucked, but that's okay. And again, I blacked out the page. And I did the same for the next 6 months. basically just mirrored the colors actually. And now I'm going to just put the names of the month and the numbers for the month on there. So yeah, that's it for the future log already. And now I have this page where I kind of have the numbers of the lines that I have, and because of the bled through, I prepared this page beforehand. It kind of got, you know, a little bit black, so I just made a copy of it, and now I'm just gluing in the copy. The next page is a themed page. Actually, for my last bullet journal, I just finished it. This is a page where I kind of want to have an overview of the themes that I'm going to do for the month. So you can see that I have 12 boxes in there, and for each box I'm just gonna put one month in there. And then, for example, I don't know, in January I have a leaf theme, so I would just do that kind of theme in that little box. And yeah, so just that at the end of the year I can kind of look back on it and just have all of it together. I've been thinking about making this bullet journal kind of nerd themed, but I'm not sure. I don't want to just focus on one certain kind of theme for the themes. Complicated. So yeah, that's kind of the idea, but if I don't feel like it, I won't do it. That's just kind of my rule in general with the bullet journal, because otherwise you just get really fastly very sick of your bullet journal. This page is kind of like a starter page for the year. On the left side I'm going to, I don't know what you could call it. You could call it a letter to myself, where I would just reminisce about the past year and kind of look forward to the next year of what I think it's going to be like, what I've learned in the past year, what I'm kind of hoping I will achieve in the upcoming year, kind of just a little bit of a motivational letter to myself. It's always really interesting to read it like a year after, or just also during the year, just to see where you were at the beginning of the year and what your focus was, because your focus usually also shifts during the year, or your goals. And then on the right page we have my goals page. I have divided it into 4 columns, so it could be personal, career-wise, then hobbies and skills. That's how I did it last year, and I kind of did it the same this year, even though in this video I did not put a name on those categories yet, because I wasn't sure how I would do it. By now I actually have it all filled out, so to kind of divide the goals into categories, I guess, because it's always good to look at different aspects of life and what you want to achieve in them. And then we already get to our last page for this plan with me. This is a page that I also did last year, but it's a favorite spread where I would just put the books that I read that year, and the series I watched and liked, and the albums I have listened to that I liked, and then I would just put them there. We are already at the flip through. I have added finances overview later, which you can probably see on my Instagram, so check out my Instagram. And I hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I hope you like the theme somewhat. I know it's kind of very random actually, but yeah. And as always, feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And I hope that you all have a very good start into the next year, 2022 already. I'm gonna get 22 next year, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But yeah, and remember to stay healthy.